Hello, everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle. Happy 4th of July. Um, I, I've done this video twice already. I'm sorry. So I'm going to just do a fast little one. I've got to find someone that can help me with setting up these videos. Anyhow, all right. If you know of someone, let me know below. Please subscribe if you can. So here, I'm just going to give you a quick update. Today is the morning after when I agreed to buy that the place in the highest, most expensive zip code in all of the world, not the United States, in all of the world. So I wake up, and I'm telling you this because I want you to know what you're going through in building your wealth, whatever level you're at, whether you're just a beginner, whether you're, medium or a little bit more. Please excuse the sound in the background. The golf course is trying to blow off any leaves. It's 4th of July, so they're going to have a lot of people today. Okay. So I woke up and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I hope I can pull this off. I have to sign the P&S today. And what I want you to know is when you start out, even though it may help with the sound, I don't know. Even though you're not used to reading purchase and sale agreements, you need to read every single word, because if you don't train yourself and learn what you have questions over, you'll never get better and better at it. So keep a piece of paper on the side, and when they say whatever it is you don't understand, you say, okay, go down to section 2, question, number 0.5 or whatever, and make sure you ask someone who is knowledgeable about what that specifically means and what the repercussions may be. All right, so I wake up and I say, oh my gosh, I hope I can pull this off. Let me see, I'm going to have to get the down payment. I figured out already the cash flow. It's going to be a little bit of a negative cash flow maybe for the first year or two, but it is definitely a capital appreciation play. I already own 1 unit in this 6-unit building, and this would give me, this one purchase gives me actually 2 units, unit 1 and unit 2. So that means I will own 50% of the building, which gives me a little bit more leverage. The next purchase I'm hoping to get will be when one person promised me she would let me offer first. Okay, so it is not unusual for you to have second thoughts. It's not unusual in this building process for you to be exhausted. Some of you have not only a job, a full-time job, but you have a family, a growing family. So you have to take care of all the school graduations and the school year end things that you have to do. And if you're a single parent like I am, if your spouse passed away or is not well, as mine is, it's basically like passing away. You're the only person that your kids have. So it takes even more effort because you're being the man and the woman. And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by that. As you know, I am officially retired by government standards now, so I hit 65 this year. And so my daughter brings 2 girls. 2 girls showed up for the weekend here. For my daughter, that's 3 20-year-old girls. And so what do? You have to teach your girls, okay, I'm going to do the man job now. I tell my daughter, okay, I'm doing the man job. Let me know when they come. So I walk out there and I help the girls, and they're younger, but I help the girls bring in their luggage. And I don't know how many of you have been through girls in their teenage years and their 20 years, but if you haven't, let me just explain to you. If they're not married yet, they bring all the equipment to hopefully meet someone who they like, who they may want to marry at some point in time. So that means they not only bring the white little sundress, they also bring the shocking pink sundress just in case they get invited or somebody else is bringing a white dress so they can differentiate themselves. I mean, hair curlers and makeup and all this stuff. So it's a big suitcase. I go out there, I'm helping them bring in their suitcase and carry it. And the suitcase is one of the big ones, not a little carry-on suitcase. And I'm bringing it up the staircase, doing the dad job. And they're sweet girls, so they brought flowers. And I told them, girls, you know what? You've been here more than a couple times now. Please don't bring flowers. And they said, well, we're Southerners, we have to bring flowers. I said, no. I said, I'm a cheapskate. I'm used to penny pinching. There's things that are way more valuable to me than bringing flowers. I said, if you go grocery shopping and you get plastic bags to put your, not purchase, but what they give you is the little plastic bags to put your groceries in and things, save those for me. And I also, I don't get rubber bands anymore. I used to get lots of rubber bands. People would put them around. So save rubber bands. I appreciate rubber bands. And I would really appreciate you girls not spending money on me. That money should go into savings. You should be saving up so that you can buy your first investment property that will start your path to being independently wealthy, so you don't have to work all your life. And they're looking at me and they said, yeah, we really should do that. Okay, well, they're very smart girls, but smart isn't the same as people doing things. So some of you out there are doing things but are worried because you're getting exhausted. You may not trust in yourself enough yet to know which way to ebb and flow on the things you're choosing to do. Well, remember, this is 4th of July, so one of our priorities, if you're watching me, you're probably on the more conservative side and you believe in family values and, doing what's right. 4th of July, this is a time that you take time for your family. So some of you are out there mowing the lawns early in the morning because you were working your job yesterday to make money to be able to work on your investment portfolio, whether that be real estate, whether that be working on Airbnb, and that's your part-time hustle. And in the beginning, it's a challenge. And I understand that because it was a challenge for me as well. But you can do this. And you know what? It's exciting. Life is a daring adventure or nothing at all, right? So you think of the stories you're going to be able to tell your kids. Oh, girls, oh my gosh, now you come see this beautiful house we've renovated with our own bare hands. I cannot tell you how exhausted I was doing this and going to my job at the same time. You'll be a good grandma and grandpa and have lots of wonderful stories to tell when you get older. So think of it that way instead of thinking of it as exhaustion. Now, I have to sign the P&S today. I yesterday agreed to purchase. We agreed on the price, etc., and I got the rough draft of the purchase and sale agreement. So I can read through in its entirety the purchase and sale agreement because I have many years of experience. A lot of you won't have years of experience. You're going to have to read each word, take notes on what you don't understand, make sure that you get advised or coached on that, what you don't understand, so that over time, one lucky thing is a lot of states have standardized purchase and sale agreements, and it's pretty much fair for the buyer and seller. In your particular situation, there may be something you have to change. For example, I will ask for in every single purchase I make, if you have the old paint cans with a little bit of paint left in them for touch-ups for the walls, please feel free to leave those. If you can share with me before I purchase a property who you're currently getting your house or condo insurance from, I would appreciate their name, company, and telephone number, because then I know they already have all the information. I just switch over. It's very easy. If you can leave me the name of your landscaper, please, and who services your air conditioning, and your plumber, your electrician, if you have any of those names and telephone numbers and you're pleased with their current service, please leave those names for me. I would like to continue your good relationships with this property. If you're in New England, the snow plow man would be good to know, especially if he knows the house. He knows where he should plow and where he shouldn't plow, and where's the end of the driveway and all those things. So, okay, back to the P&S. So I'm going to sign that today, and I'm going to share with you, as I do things, what my mind's screaming about. Today it was, oh my gosh, I hope I can pull this together. And the first thing is what happens. Then the next thing comes up is what happens if I have an emergency. I'm using so much of my extra spending money if I have an emergency. Well, luckily now for me, I thought, well, I can either remortgage a property that I have already paid off, or I could pull a line of credit if I knew it was going to be short, temporary, or I have children who are good savers. I could bribe them if I only needed, $5,000 or $10,000. I can bribe them and say, listen, I only need the $10,000 for 2 months until cash flow picks up again. And I'll give you 10% return. And they'll do a hard money loan with me. And we'll go through an agreement, and I'll teach them how to do a hard money loan. And I've done that before already, so they have the paperwork already set up. Now I said, I have found it is very, very bad policy to give your friends a hard money loan. Very, very bad policy. Either they don't pay you back, or they do pay you back, and it takes a lot longer. But if they're not skilled in business and everything already, just don't do it. Don't do it. So anyhow, that's my advice to my kids. I love you all. Have a happy, happy 4th of July. I'm starting to hear great things happening to the people that were struggling. I think the big, beautiful bill, I think that's what it's called, that the Senate passed has some benefits where you don't have to pay taxes for nobody earning tips. I know I got a notice from Social Security already that 80% of the people getting Social Security won't have to pay taxes on that Social Security. I know that won't be me, but it sounds good for a lot of other people. So things are looking up. I know Powell will probably not decrease the interest rates, although all the other central banks have decreased the interest rates. Inflation will be going higher. I think we're being messed with a little bit. with the food supply. So as you can, keep an excess backup for yourself and your family, but also don't forget your pets. You know, or if you have chickens or you have horses or cows, you're feeding your cows, make sure you have extra hay. Don't forget to make sure that the people producing the hay don't use glyphosate to get rid of the weeds on the grass they're growing for your hay, because that it doesn't deteriorate, it gets passed on through for your cows to eat, and it will get into your beef as well. So double check on that. It's not so easy to get people that don't use the glyphosate. I know that the Amish don't use it if you're near any Amish communities. And the Amish are good people to talk to. They do a lot of holistic type of lifestyle. So you might garner some good little tips from them. All right, love you all. Hope everybody's doing well. Please let me know if I can be of assistance to you down below if you need any advice or you need clarifications. I was thinking I might be able to do today a little bit later to put it up tomorrow. As I go through my purchase and sale agreement, maybe I'll do some explanations on what's in a purchase and sale. All righty. Love you all. Please subscribe if you're so inclined. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful barbecue. Eat an extra barbecued ribs and maybe some corn on the cob for me. Love ya. Bye.